right, Shalom Israel, Shalom, Shalom. This is Brother Warrior. This is my channel, Rise Up Israel. First and foremost, I would give honor and glory to the Most High God Yahweh, by Shem Mashiach Malak Yahushai. Here's a quick video just going through the law and the law on judgment and how a man ought to conduct himself according to the laws of the Most High. Real quick, bear with me. All right, so we're going to start off real quick in the book of Leviticus, chapter 19. And verse 15, right? And it says this: you shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor, right? So according to the law, man, we're supposed to have righteous judgment, right? The scripture tells us that we can't do things according to how things may appear, right? We can't operate in a way where we're judging things based off of how they look, or how we or how things may appear to us, right? And we see this all over the scriptures, right? Let's grab this real quick in Salakia, I think it's John 7. Okay, bear with me. Give me 1 second. Watch this. This is John chapter 7, verse 24, and it says, judge not according to appearance, Salakia, right here. It says, judge not according to appearance, but judge righteous judgment. So we don't judge things according to how they may look, right? We're not just looking at, oh man, this situation is, you know, or I know this person, that I know this person would never do anything wrong, so I know that they're not wrong at all. I'm just gonna, I know they wouldn't do anything wrong, so I'm gonna judge them according to their favor. You know what I'm saying? That's not righteous judgment. That's judging according to their appearance. You see what I'm saying? And we've seen it all over the scriptures where people have judged because of the person that they had to you know, do judgment against was somebody that that may have been of high esteem. You see what I'm saying? That, and it may not be comely to judge righteously in that situation. But according to the laws of the Most High, you should always do righteousness in your judgment. You see what I'm saying? You cannot respect a person, whether they're poor, whether they're rich, whether they're a weak person, or whether they're mighty. You always have to judge righteous judgment according to the scriptures, right? So that's one of the main things you also want to do. Let me grab this real quick. This is also in Matthew. And this is always important as well. Matthew 7. And it says, so I can bear with me real quick. It says, judge not that ye be not judged, right? And it doesn't mean don't judge anybody else, you'll be judged. No, it means that when you judge someone, understand that same judgment that you judge is going to come back on you, right? So it says this, for with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged, and with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again, right? And it says, why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? So it says, why would you judge something? You know, when you judge, don't judge someone else if you're going through the same thing. You see what I'm saying? Make sure you judge everything in righteousness and in sincerity, right? You might be able to point out certain issues that give me 1 second. You might be able to see something that someone else may be going through in that same token, but you don't understand that you have these same issues. You see what I'm saying? So it's always important to judge righteously and not just simply according to the appearance of things or according to your own vain opinion, right? So it says, or wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote of thine own eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye, right? So are you going to tell someone that, hey, I'm going to help you with your issue, or let me be a harsh judge on your issues, but at the same time, I have my own issues that I haven't dealt with yet, right? Look what it says next, verse 5. Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast the mote out of thy brother's eye. Because if you already have a mote in your own eye, if you have your own wicked sins that you're dealing with and you haven't cleaned yourself of that, you can't possibly see another person's situation clearly. You see what I'm saying? So that's one important thing real quick, but we can also grab in Deuteronomy chapter 16. This is not to be a long video, right? And it says this, verse 16, 19, it says, thou shalt not wrest judgment, thou shalt not respect persons, neither take a gift, For a gift doth blind the eyes of the wise, and pervert the words of the righteous. Right. So we see all throughout we see all throughout the scriptures, throughout Proverbs, Sirach, about a man that is easily bought. You see what I'm saying? Even Ecclesiastes. You know what I'm saying? Understands what a gift can do to a person, how it could alter a person's judgment or situation, right? Don't we see that in Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7, where it says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. So a gift, it'll destroy a man's heart. It'll make a person to to not see things clearly. Meaning, if he has righteous judgment, he should be afraid. He should be upset about oppression. But money or a gift can alter that man's judgment to where they're like, well, yeah, of course it's a bad thing, but I'm not being directly affected by it anymore. Therefore, I'm not. I don't have to speak on it. You see what I'm saying? So that's also extremely important when understanding how to judge a certain situation correctly, not to be easily bought. And we see all throughout the black community that our people have been easily bought since we've gotten here. You see what I'm saying? But that's something we should also keep in consideration. And look, what do we see? It's found in the law. This is Exodus chapter 23 and 8, and it says, and thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise and perverteth the words of the righteous. Right? You see that? That's why when we read the scriptures, we see that a gift destroyeth the heart. Why? Because it'll blind your eyes to see. So you won't see clearly. You won't see at all. You see what I'm saying? So if there's a situation, for instance, we see all these NBA players that have all these contracts and that, work for a certain community that that gives them their money. They never speak against the so-called group of people that fund them or pay their bills or pay or give them money. You see what I'm saying? We all understand the simple term, don't bite the hand that feeds you, right? And sure enough, they don't. You never hear LeBron James or none of these real wealthy basketball players speak negatively about the powers that be, right? They're blind. They don't see anything. They don't have opinions. You know what I'm saying? And when these gifts are given to a man, even if he be a righteous man, as it says, their words can be perverted. So it can even pervert the words of the righteous, right? So it's something you always want to keep in consideration. But I'll grab this one more in Exodus. I'll just stay in Exodus real quick and probably finish off with one more verse, and that'll be it. This is Exodus chapter 22 and 21, where it says, thou shalt neither vex a stranger nor oppress him, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt, right? Another thing in regards to judgment is how you judge dealing with other people. You know what I'm saying? It could even be, of someone of another nation where we may not understand how we judge, how to look, how to judge someone of another nation when we operate them in day-to-day life. You know what I'm saying? Because we're so caught up in being Israelites and understanding that we're God's chosen people, that we can move in any type of way and operate in any type of way, and that can cloud our judgment, where we think, oh man, well, I know this is going to happen, or I know that I can think like this and I can operate like this and that. We look at how our forefathers were handling people of other nations. It wasn't the same way. You see what I'm saying? We've seen all over the scripture. We've seen Daniel, how he had favor in the eyes of the king of Persia, if I'm not mistaken. I could be roughly paraphrased. I forgot who it was. I think it was the another king, but I can grab it real quick in Daniel. Give me 1 second. Daniel chapter 6 and 20. Watch this. This is Daniel 6 and 21. It says, then said Daniel to the king, O king, live forever. My God hath sent his angel and hath shut the lion's mouth, that they have not hurt me. For as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. You see what I'm saying? So we got to understand. We got to be as wise as serpents and harmless as doves. You know what I mean? So we have to make sure the way we operate is clean in the eyes of the Most High God. We must make sure we keep the commandments of the Most High, and we want to make sure our judgment is clear. We don't always have to, curse out and fight every heathen we see. We understand that we have to operate according to the wisdom that the Most High has given us, right? This is Proverbs 16:7. It says, when a man's ways please the Lord, He maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. So that's another scripture that kind of stands on top of that, telling us how we should operate in day-to-day life and judge, among how we should, judge amongst our own people, but also among the heathen, not only those two, but among the heathen of our own people. You see what I'm saying? Our people that are in a Gentile like mind state. Because at the end of the day, we want to make sure we represent the Most High in the best possible way. We're supposed to be a light to these other nations, even though we're not in a place where we're going to do where we're really being a light yet. We're us being the chosen people of God. We have to make sure we represent the Most High in the best way possible. But with that, I'd like to give all the glory to Most High God Yahweh. Lord willing, this edifying video through the Spirit. Kwame Shala. Shalom.